Yes, mate. All good. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. All good. Yep. Control.
Hello, hello. There we go.
Yep. Welcome to Elfin Sports Centre here in Launceston for the NBL pre-season game between the Tasmania JackJumpers and the Sydney Kings. The second of a duo of games this week in Northern Tassie. A big game at Ulverston on Monday, which saw the Kings win by 4 points over the JackJumpers. I'm Dave Moore, and I hope you enjoy tonight's broadcast here on the NBL live stream. Also simulcast on local station City Park Radio as well this evening. So thanks for joining us, whatever medium you've chosen to tune into this evening. My co-commentator this evening here right next to me is Mr. Simon Austin. G'day, Simon.
G'day, Dave. Good evening, everyone. Looking forward to this game. It was a pretty good, entertaining game on Monday night, so and really quite a close one in the end. So hopefully it'll be another competitive hit out for them for both teams tonight.
So these pre-season games are important for lots of reasons. I suppose, first of all, for the JackJumpers, you've got the three inputs there: Tiger Campbell, David Johnson, and Bryce Hamilton, and then just getting used to the pace of the game, the different style of the NBL, and their teammates as well.
Yeah, and probably refereeing and,
yes,
and how the referees see things and get used to that, and adjusting to what systems are in place within each of the teams. You know, obviously the Kings have got a couple of imports in there, but most of their two imports, particularly Davis and Suarez, have played in the NBL already. So, you know, they're a little bit more familiar. The JackJumpers trio, brand new to the NBL, looking forward to seeing their games. But, yeah, they've got to adjust to refereeing and game style as well.
There's certainly some star power in the Sydney Kings in there, Simon. You know, we've got Matthew Dellavedova. Wow, you know, one of the most known Australian players overseas,
yep.
Spending a lot of time in the NBA. Also Kendrick Davis, who really set it alight with the Adelaide 36. He's made the move to the Kings, so those two in particular are really going to excite the crowd tonight, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how they go, not only tonight, but through this season. Like a really interesting pairing. Both can score, both are really good distributors. Delly, a tenacious defender, but probably, you know, compared to some of the other backcourts, probably a little bit undersized. So it will be interesting to see how they go as a pairing.
And both teams without some of their first starters. I mean, there's a lot of other things going on. We've just had the NBL 1 finals, for example.
Yep.
We've had the Asia Cup. South Sudan were involved overseas in a tournament, so no Majok Deng tonight. So there's a lot of other things going on. So not at full strength, both teams, but it gives opportunities. Both teams have got NBL 1 players who are hungry for spots on NBL lists, and there's going to be injuries, there's going to be situations that occur through the season, and it's a chance for them to put up numbers and really put their name in front of the selectors for other teams. Yeah,
and be ready, you know, for an injury replacement sort of position, and also don't forget the development players for both teams as well. Like, how much have they improved through the winter season, and where are they at now too? So yeah, coaches are certainly going to be looking at those types of players, and great opportunity for them too.
Classic example, Hobart Chargers player Jacob Richards. Great stats the other night, 21 points. He went to the line 11 times on the free throw line, 6 rebounds. So that was a really quality game from Jacob Richards, who spent a bit of time at the JackJumpers.
Yep.
And I'm sure would like an opportunity somewhere else, if not with the JackJumpers at some stage.
Yeah, and look, I mean, he played a really good game and really looked like he was at the level and ready for that level too. So looks as though he's improved a lot since he was on the JJ's team as a development player a couple of seasons ago.
JJ's are missing a lot of bigs tonight. You know, Magnay, Bannon, Woodhill, also Williamson. So, you know, looking down here, we've got Kuat Noi, Tim Suarez. They've got a fair bit of height, haven't they? And I think that showed the other night, the Kings team, especially early in the game, that superiority.
Yeah. I mean, the Kings have got a 5 or 6 players that could legitimately be a starting 5 in the NBL season proper. So they while they're missing a couple of players, Cooks and Galloway in particular, they're still a pretty strong outfit. The JJs are missing their probably front line big players and the reserves as well. So they are a little bit undersized.
Speaking of Cooks and Galloway, didn't they light it up when it counted in the Asia Cup for the Boomers?
Cooks had 30 in the final, and Galloway was player of the tournament and really looked as though he's overcome his injury from last season and will be an exciting player to watch through the NBL season.
Speaking of exciting, we're looking forward to seeing David Johnson, also Bryce Hamilton and newly arrived Tiger Campbell, the 3 imports. They looked pretty good the other night.
Yep.
They're just going to get better. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them a second time out.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great to see some fresh legs and some athleticism. They're certainly coming with good reputations. And going to be great to see how they gel with each other and how they fit into the JackJumpers system.
Absolutely. We're just about to get underway here at Elephant Sports Centre. Nice crowd in. It holds about 1,000 people here at the Elephant Sports Centre. And there's hardly a spare seat. That's great to see. It was a terrific crowd also at Ulverston on Monday night. So the JJ's fans are coming out in force. Got about a month till we start the regular season. That first game against Melbourne United at MyState Bank Arena. That's going to be terrific as well. So at the tip, Tim Suarez is at the line. And a player was impressive the other night, Harrison Hornery from the Rockhampton Rockets in the NBL 1 North.
Yep, looked really comfortable out there on the court on Monday night. So could be one that gets picked up by someone looking for an extra roster spot or an injury replacement player at some point.
Another exciting player, Lueth Awan, who was very good the other night as well. He's not on a list anywhere either in the NBL, so watch out for him.
Yeah, he's got the starting gig.
Johnson, Hornery, Marshall, Richards and Campbell for the JJs. Suarez, Maluach, Dellavedova, Lau Pepe. And I think that's number 21 there. That's Lueth Awan, yes, as you just referenced. Yep. He's starting it for the Kings. Just waiting. Some technical things.
We've got Jared Weeks coaching for the JackJumpers, and it looks like still Brian Gorgon is hobbling along the sidelines there as for the Kings.
So Dellavedova with first possession. Defence there from Campbell. Suarez tries to find connection with Dellavedova. Good defence. The JJs. Here goes Johnson into Richards. Kicks it out. Share around the perimeter, the JJs. Campbell. Hornery back to Campbell in the corner. Richards for the first points of the game. Short on the three-point attempt.
Marshall picks up the O board.
Back to Campbell.
Good hustle.
He's busy, Tiger Campbell. Johnson for 3. Had 6 the other night. Can't sink one on that occasion. Dellavedova. Beautiful pass there to Suarez. He just couldn't quite finish the business. Campbell finds a passage through into the paint. Dishes out in the corner. This time it's Johnson. Just misses with the three-point attempt. So 0-0 through the first minute. Plenty of attempts going up. And we've got a foul there. We go to the line for 2. Fouls against Johnson.
Just a bit late on the rotation, but made an effort. But you just don't want to see either player twist an ankle or something on a contest like that. But good pace to start with. The JJ's offense is looking really good. They're getting some open looks and moving that ball around.
Maluach had a good game on Monday. First free throw, scored 18 points and 4 steals for Maluach. Played 21 games last season. Played with the Mackay Meteors in the NBL 1 North. So there's an offensive rebound from the second free throw. And now Pepe puts it in.
Yeah, too strong on the boards.
3-0.
Not many people can match his strength.
Here's Marshall. Foul there against Lueth Awan. Side ball. Johnson to bring it in. Johnson and Hamilton look so much alike, Simon, but we worked out the orange boots will be a pretty good way of telling who's who.
Certainly tonight, yeah.
Hornery Back to Johnson. Busy in the game early on. Runs into a bit of brick wall. Kicks it out to the top. Campbell. Don't see him pull the trigger from 3 very often, but he does this time.
There he goes.
He misses. I think that might be off the hand there of Hornery. So the Kings ball back court.
Yeah, good defensive possession by the Kings there. They just lifted their intensity a bit. I do like Tiger Campbell's intensity on defence so far early, Dave. I think he's really showing he can play D as well.
Kings bring it up. There's the general. Dellavedova finds a passage through off the glass, makes 2. Seem to that so often, Simon.
Yeah.
There's DJ in the corner. David Johnson. Allow Pepe with the steal. I reckon that's come off Johnson. They're struggling to get on the scoreboard at the moment, the Jack Jumpers. Now Pepe backcourt. Bit frenetic first couple of minutes here at Elfin. Suarez on the 45. Hands it off to Dellavedova. Pushes his way past Marshall and makes 2. It's a lively start from Dellavedova.
Yeah, he loves that little move there where he gets into the key, 2 feet, plants his feet and muscles his way through. If he can't get it off, he'll take the shot. He's done that many, many times.
As Johnson gets past a one off the glass, makes the first points for the Jack Jumpers. Lovely move.
Thought he was winding up for a dunk there, but he just held it back. A little bit of chatter early here between Marshall and Delhi.
Referee Chris Reed is coming in, saying calm it down. So I think there's nothing more than that at the moment. Good refereeing. Take the heat out of the situation early on.
Delhi's got a well-known world reputation for being a tenacious player.
Yes. And
a bit of a pest. Days in the NBA with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
4 points already for Dellavedova. Allow Pepe. A 1. Inside Suarez. Great defence there from Richards. Suarez, can he get a shot up? He can. Makes 2. Kings 9-2 early on.
Yeah, and just showing their size and strength on the inside, in the interior of the Kings over the Jack Jumpers at this point.
So a little bit of a contested situation there with the decision. David Johnson thought it came off a King's hand, and the referees agree. Went the other way initially. Referee Bianca Vernon with the basketball.
See Kuat Noi come on for Le Pepe. It's getting physical out there. There's plenty of pushing and shoving, holding position.
So just joined us, Jared Weeks. You'll probably see them here in the foreground. He's the coach tonight for the Jack Jumpers. Scott Roth taking a back seat, as he did on Monday night. Let Mark Radford do the coaching. Johnson in the corner. Out to Campbell. Second three-point attempt. Ty Campbell nearly made it go. Rebounded by Suarez. Quick breakaway. Well read by Marshall. We'll call him Air Marshall for nothing. Got up in the air then. Ratnoy. Good defence. Campbell again. Struggling to find a way in at the moment, the Jack Jumpers. Marshall open for 3.
Nope.
Can't make it. I think they're 0 for 4 at the moment from the perimeter. Now the Jack Jumpers just scored the 2 points. An offensive foul there against Suarez.
Yeah, Tiger putting his body on the line. I like his defensive intensity out there.
Hit the deck to the crowd into this game. Good to see. It's good intensity for a pre-season game.
Yes.
No doubt about it.
Oh, absolutely it is. Jack Jumpers are 0 for 5, Dave. Just checking that.
There's one short.
They'll start dropping soon. But very reliant on the perimeter game at the moment. The Jack Jumpers don't have that inside presence to be...
Marshall darts into the paint,
nice
off the glass for 2. Saw the opening there.
There's a push-off. Delhi got away with that.
Well read there by Richards. He deflects the ball out of play. More substitution. Kendrick Davis on the court. Lewis Bleachmore, the number 25. A 1, and Delhi have a rest. So Kings side ball. They lead 9-4. Davis. Bleachmore now in the corner. The long shot's good. There from Kuatnoi. He's good from the perimeter. He can light it up from there.
He sure is, yeah. Dangerous shooter.
Marshall having an influence on this game. He gets fouled on his way to the bucket. We've got a couple of shots, Simon.
I'd say so, yep.
Shooting action.
No.
No, side ball.
End ball.
In ball.
Marshall, the last few possessions, has been a lot more aggressive with the ball, taking it to the hoop.
Just haven't seen much of Bryce Hamilton just yet. There's a little floater there from Hornery. Can't get it to go. Defensive rebound by Maluach. Has support from Suarez, who dunks the ball with the one hand. And hitting the deck there was Hornery. He felt the full brunt there of the force.
He did. Points
and there'll be an extra.
Points for bravery, for putting his body there.
So Tim Suarez. From Brazil, an import. Been away for a while and played in Japan and Puerto Rico. Back with the Kings. Getting some advice from the crowd as he attempts to make the extra. Bit short on the shot. JJs will take it away. They trail by 10. Just scored the 4 points almost halfway through this first quarter. Low scoring scrap here at Elfin. Johnson out of the corner. Marshall, little fake, goes in against Kings and makes
shot.
Gee, Nick Marshall is showing something tonight.
Yep.
No doubt about that. He's got himself fit. Over from the Adelaide 36ers, Kendrick Davis. Suarez wide open. Doesn't make the three. Plenty of Jack Jumpers to rebound. Oh, quick release there from Campbell is read beautifully by Noi, who makes three. Great individual effort, Kuat Noi. And we're going to have our first timeout of the evening. Timeout here at the Elfin Sports Centre. And it's the Jack Jumpers 6 trailing Sydney 17. What about Kuat Noi there, Simon?
Yeah, great steal and put back for the three. He can certainly light it up. And I did like the previous possession of the Jack Jumpers. I was going to say that for David Johnson to recognise a mismatch with Marshall being guarded by a young guy, 25, Bleachmore. Yeah, and that they can recognise that there's a mismatch there. And Johnson skipped past it across and just gave Marshall the opportunity to go one-on-one.
Great to see Andrew Bogut there coaching, isn't it?
Look,
for the Sydney Kings.
He's got a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge to be part of the program.
Looks fit.
Looks
like he could get out there and play.
Yeah.
Andrew Bogut. Yeah, so assistant this year to Brian Gorgian, who's animated as usual at that first time out, but he'd be pretty happy with that first 5 minutes. Kings 17, Jack Jumpers 6. 6 points already to Della Vedova. So
and Noi, who's hit 2 threes in his, he only been on the court for a minute or two. He's hit a couple of threes, so he's certainly helping out there on the scoreboard. All right.
Sorry, it was Noi there with 6 points. Della Vedova with 4 points.
There you go.
Scoreboard, some incorrect scores there, but anyway.
All right, Hamilton, Bryce Hamilton's checked in here for Marshall and Majuk on for Hornery.
Yeah, Majuk coming in with the lack of bigs tonight in the Jack Jumpers team with unavailabilities. Yeah. Play with the Jack Jumpers in their championship winning season.
He's a journeyman. He's played with many clubs.
Hamilton and now to Richards. Long pass, kicks out here. Johnson goes in, out. Hamilton. Oh, I love shooting action, that one.
There you go.
Love it. First points to Hamilton, fresh on the court. Brings the margin back to 8. Suarez. Another dunk attempted, but a foul on the way to the backup from Bryce Hamilton.
He's feeling energetic tonight, Suarez.
No doubt about it.
Throw that down and have some authority.
It's on the 4 points at the moment. Getting the first free throw. Oh, gee. Just couldn't get it to go. It had a bit of a look. Got halfway down. And came back out, the basketball. Good crowd in, making lots of noise. Great to see. Misses the second. That'll be Hungry Jacks regularly. don't know if we can mention that tonight, Simon, but it would definitely be burgers in the regular season.
It would be.
David Johnson weaves his way through. In the corner now, Hamilton bounces the corner. Tiger Campbell wide open, makes the three. He had a couple of attempts earlier. He hit the target on that occasion. And it's back to 5 points.
So Hamilton having an immediate effect with an assist for a triple and a triple of his own. So 6 points that he's contributed for the JackJumpers.
Oh, once again, Noy, it's his second big triple. Just to steady things down for the Kings.
I think it's his
Third, actually. You're right, Simon. Richards, lovely cut there by Johnson, and makes 2 more for the JackJumpers.
Yeah, good, strong finish. I like that. Great pass by Jacob Richards, getting some good court time.
Low scoring scrap early, but we're starting to see a bit of scoring. The game's opening up a little bit.
Starting to free up. Yep.
Lovely move, Davis.
Splits the screen.
Here's Noy again. Oh, no, not this time. Rebounded by Johnson. It's a pass away now to Campbell. Hamilton thinks about pulling the trigger. Richards goes into the paint. Floater for 2, makes it.
Jacob Richards.
Carrying on his good work from Monday night is Jacob Richards.
He's certainly looking like he's belongs out there, that's for sure, tonight.
Average 21 points a game this year with the Chargers, and at the other end, Davis for 3. His first points of the night. 3 left first quarter.
Just a 2, I think it might have been.
Right, foot on the line. Thank you, Simon. I did take my attention away there for a moment. And now, bit of contact there on Tiger Campbell.
I'm really excited by this matchup of the Tiger Campbell, Kendrick Davis throughout the season. I think that there could be, they're both very similar size, very similar type players.
Got to say it, similar hairstyles.
Yeah, similar hairstyles.
Campbell's got a bit more.
Yeah.
But no, good, 2 good, exciting players. And what a good get for the JackJumpers to get Tiger Campbell after McDonough went down.
Yep.
Marshall underneath, steps on the line. Thought he might have got a bit of a shove to help him stand on that line, but referee not having any of it.
Yeah, certainly contact, but legitimate. Ben Eyre is checked in.
Yep. Quiet night on Monday, understandable. 2 nights after playing an NBA 1 South Grand Final with Sandringham. No doubt he celebrated either way.
As a pivotal player too. Yeah.
Yes. Long there from Davis. Second big triple in the last couple of minutes. And they keep sinking the threes. Look at that percentage on 3 throws. 3 points for the Kings if he can, Simon. They barely miss one. Hamilton checks the basketball, stands up for the 3, misses. O-board there from Marshall. Richard shot fake, goes in the paint. Noy confronts him, gets the shot up. Defensive board there from the Kings.
60% for the Kings.
Okay, pretty good. I reckon they've scored about the last 5 in a row. Or 5 without missing. Ben Eyre distributes to Marshall. Eyre now flips it out to the 45 to Hamilton. Steps back. I think that's for 3. Misses. So JJs can't find the range in this first quarter they would like. Beautiful play there by Davis. Gets contact on the way down the lane. Or does he?
That was on Leao Pepe.
It's on Leao Pepe, right, okay.
Pushing Jacobs out.
Didn't see that one. Was focused on the basketball. A bit of luck there for the JackJumpers. And the local boy from Launceston, Logan Gibson.
Here he comes.
Is on the court.
Great opportunity.
Leading out for the pass there is Hornery. Like a full forward in the footy. Takes it. Out in front now, here's Hamilton. Finds a gap. Dishes out though. Thought he could have gone himself.
Yeah.
Oh well, it ends well.
Logan, well
Gibson.
Done.
Yes, makes 2.
Good job, young fella.
Surprise kick out there from Hamilton, Simon.
Yeah, I thought he should have just taken that.
Now, referee Chris Reid has seen something.
Off the ball.
We've got Sydney has got the 5 team fouls up.
On the Kings.
Ryan Gorgian having something to say. Yeah, we've got a tech foul against Gorge, I suspect.
Can't say the pre-season game doesn't mean anything when we've got this happening.
Look, it was great to see pre-game. I actually snuck a photo of it. But Gorgian and Roth having a good chat into the court. 2 great coaching legends there. So, all on his lonesome, the other end of the court is Bryce Hamilton from the stripe. And makes it go with a friendly roll.
Yep, so that's the tech. Free throw for the tech.
Now, sideball Kings.
Kings ball.
Daniel Titus from the Hornsby Kurungai Spiders. Love that name, NBL 1 East. Average 14 points a game this season. So one of those NBL 1 players that are looking for opportunities tonight.
So the foul before was on Hornery. It's called. I didn't see it, but I've just checked that. So Hornery got the foul, but Gorgian wasn't happy with something. Got himself a tech.
Margin just 6. Been reined in by the Jack Jumpers.
Yeah, they've done well in this latter half.
Titus from the corner makes 3. Another 3 to the Kings. And a lot of them being wide open, it has to be said, Simon. That was a great shot from the left-hand corner. 28-19. Here's Gibson. He played in a local grand final here last week. Rebels versus City. Ben Eyre, his first opportunity, he makes 3. And that's what he's coming to this team for, to make those big points at big times.
It's on.
Oh, Kendrick Davis, Ben Eyre, a little bit of push and shove. Players rush in. How does the referee see this one? It's a few words spoken. I'll tell you what, it's a bit spicy for an NBL pre-season game, Simon, and we're liking it, as long as it doesn't get out of hand, of course. It means something to these players. Just to make a statement at this point in the season, still got a month to go before the regular season starts.
Yeah, well, Ben Eyre's a player that is not going to take a backward step. Tech foul on Ben Eyre.
Yep. Bianca Vernon. It's the 10 fingers up there. It's to say it's against you, Ben Eyre.
Plays on the line, Ben. One of those players that if he's on your team, you love him. If he's on the other team, he's a bit of a pest.
28-22. Just about 40 seconds left in this first quarter. A lot has happened. Great entertainment for the crowd. Of course, WNBL basketball coming to Tasmania. We're really excited about that. We're catching up for those on the stream and listening on the radio. We're catching up with Darren Smith, the COO of the Jack Jumpers, at halftime to talk about the latest developments this week and other things happening in the Jack Jumpers Basketball Club. Kendrick Davis on the line after a lengthy delay. Makes the first free throw. Both teams in the bonus now. Second free throw. Calm as you like. Great shooting action there from the charity stripe from Davis. Argent sneaks back out to 8. Hornery against Lau Pepe. Here's Hamilton. Hornery kicks it out to Gibson, to Eyre, makes another 3.
Great
so
shooter.
Unfazed by the incident before with Davis, and they're at it again.
No, he will not be phased at all.
No.
I reckon Ben Eyre's going to become very quickly going to become a crowd favourite for the Jack Jumpers.
The State back already going to love him down there.
They're going to love his scrapping behaviour.
Nice little hand in there from Marshall. Knocks it away from Dellavedova, retrieves it. Into the paint, turns, fade away. Almost a putback there by Lau Pepe. But the time clock's expired. Amongst that, I'd taken right off the clock there, but that's quarter time. Yep. What an exciting quarter of basketball. Ended up being reasonably high scoring, from 30-25. Halfway through that quarter, both teams weren't scoring very heavily and missing lots of shots, but yeah, it's been really entertaining. Lots of 3 points made. And we've seen NBL 1 games here where it's not a high-scoring court, often here at Elfin. But, terrific effort from both teams. Quarter time, it's 30-25. So, Brian Gorgian and also Jared Weeks standing in as coach tonight, dressing their players. Some of the highest scorers here to quarter time. Start with the Kings.
Yep.
We've got 9 points to Noy, 7 to Davis, 4 to Dellavedova early on. Suarez with 4 points, so they've shared it about. On Monday night, they'd I think 7 players who scored between 10 and 18 points. So, you know, a wide scoring group there for the Kings. For the JackJumpers. So looking down the list there. And once again, they've spread the points around. 7 to Hamilton. Ben Eyre there with the 6 points. So a good quarter of basketball, Simon. How have you seen it?
Well, yeah, you described it well. It was certainly slow to get going, but there's certainly some feeling in the game, and they're playing hard out there. I think the JackJumpers did a great job to come back. They were looking a little bit lost there. It was 6-17 at one point, I think Bryce Hamilton coming on sort of changed the flow of the game for the JackJumpers, and
7 points already just in that short amount of court time.
So showing that he's a scorer and he can light it up really quickly, but also distribute the ball as well. So I think the defensive intensity sort of lifted as the quarter went as well. So yeah, great quarter, exciting.
Absolutely. 30-25. Assist leaders in the game, both Johnson and Dellavedova had 2 apiece. So no play with a great amount of rebounds so far. They've been shed around, as have the points on both teams. Lots of scorers. And of course, in a pre-season game, there's lots of changes, lots of players getting first quarter minutes.
Yeah,
as you expect.
And I'm thinking, we're talking about the 3-point percentage. The Kings are at 70%, which is pretty high. Like that,
yeah, absolutely.
That's going to come down, and I think the JackJumpers probably should be pretty pleased with only being 5 points behind when their opposition is shooting 70% from beyond the arc, and that's going to be, no doubt, a talking point in the huddle about how to guard that and improve their perimeter defence.
Just a 33% JackJumpers from the perimeter. So we're about to swing back into action here in the second quarter. This NBL 1 pre-season. NBL 1? I knew I'd say that tonight. NBL pre-season between the JackJumpers and the Sydney Kings. Marshall for
straight
3.
Out. There we go.
Straight away. He's had a good first quarter, and he's backing it up early in the second quarter with a big triple. 7 points, Nick Marshall. Dellavedova. Suarez open the top for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound comfortable there by Hamilton. Hamilton dances his way through the Kings defence. Out in the corner to Marshall. Hornery thinks about 3, goes for 3. Long rebound. Taken by Suarez. Kendrick Davis.
Hornery doing a good job out there too.
Dellavedova kicks it out. A 1. Back here now to Kendrick Davis, who goes in. Beautiful move, Kendrick Davis. Gets through that paint nicely, and now trying to get out of defence. We get a steal, and Davis again with an athletic attempt. Not quick to get up, but Suarez with the mop up there makes 2. Just a live wire, Kendrick Davis. He's up now to 9 points. Almost another steal there from Davis. Hamilton. Hornery. Taking his time, Hamilton. 1 left on the shot clock. Desperation shot. Nearly got it to go. So just couldn't make the 3-point attempt there, Hamilton. Here's Davis, who's just lighting it up in this first part of the second quarter. Dellavedova. Let's fly for 3. Pushing foul against the Kings. Might have been against Suarez, who looks a bit frustrated.
Check. Can't remember, didn't see who it was, but come up in a minute.
So 3 fouls against Ben Eyre up on the board. In rapid fire there in the first quarter. Here he is again. For 3, Ben Eyre. Just short on this one. Good O-board there from Gibson. They'll set up again with another 14 seconds to JackJumpers. Hamilton up against Delhi. Oh, well done, Bryce Hamilton.
Great drive.
That's why many pundits have got him in the MVP 5 this year for moves like that, up against one of the best in the business, Dellavedova. Scored the 2, 34-30. I got excited and didn't see what happened next, Simon. Tell us.
Well, same. It's just a little bit of a turnover, so here we go. Back into it. Marshall on D.
Kouat-Noi.
Guarded by Gibson.
Dellavedova. Down to Suarez. Standing up for three is Noi. Short on it. Contested rebound. Great work, Suarez. Gets contact underneath the bucket. Points count.
0. Hamilton.
Yes.
Hands in.
And that's his second personal. 6 points now to Bryce Hamilton. It's one of those points, one of those situations here where we've got the scoreboard points are completely different to our box score points. So I'm going to go with the box score points, Simon, because they're going to mislead me those scoreboard points if I keep looking at them. 9 out of the top to Dellavedova. Benair well set. Double teamed. Gets it now on the bounce. Suarez on the 45. Noi for three. Can't make it. Oh, fumbly on the rebound. Now who's it off? It's off. The number 21 there, Luathawan. Very silky player, Bryce Hamilton. You'll see that in this season. He gets it back again here from Hornery. Left-hand pass, good to Johnson. Little fake, goes in. Down low. Kicks it out. Hamilton, not three on this occasion. He's not online from the perimeter at the moment, Bryce Hamilton. Now Dellavedova. Hands it back to Noi. Good defence there
Gibson.
From Gibson. He tries to keep it in. And his teammates are coming over, getting around him, because that was a great individual effort. Young guy who's been good this year with the Northwest Thunder in the NBL 1. Working his way into top-line basketball. An outstanding junior, Logan Gibson.
Yes.
Represented Tasmania at all age levels on the way up.
Most certainly has been a late developer, Logan. He's really had the work ethic. He's been consistent at it. He's worked hard and has really come through as a dominant player in his age group. In Tasmania now.
On the court is Lachlan Hutchinson. Shot from Noi misses. Here's Marshall, who stumbles a little bit. And
they're counting.
They're going to count the points, I think. Jack Jumpers want it. Yes, they are. Chance for an extra. So just lost his balance slightly on his way into the bucket. Got the shot away. And I think we're seeing exactly why the Jack Jumpers had their eye on Nick Marshall. What we've seen this first quarter and a half.
Yeah, definitely. He's got potential, and he showed it last year with the 36ers early on in the season, and then just sort of went out of favour in the rotation as a
little bit of injury concern as well.
As the 36ers sort of tightened their rotation through the season, and he sort of became a little bit lost, didn't get as much court time. So Scott Roth has been clear on the sort of players he wants.
Martin just 2, and it hasn't been that close for a long time in this game, probably since the start of the game, really. The Sydney Kings scored the first 5 points of the game. Here's Johnson. Steps back, mid-range 2, can't make it go. Suarez with the rebound. We left the one on the court. Impressive on Monday night at Ulverston. It's down low, lovely shot there. Made by a 1. Length of margin back out to 4. Tiger Campbell on the court.
Johnson, Gibson. Off-ball foul here.
35.
And Hutchinson.
That's against Hutchinson. Lachlan Hutchinson played in NBL 1 East with the Sutherland Sharks this year, averaging a healthy 15 points a game. And his opportunity with these 2 pre-season games in Tassie. Tiger Campbell. Inbound to Marshall. Marshall's corralled in the corner. Releases to Marshall. Out of play off the hand of Noi.
Typical of the Jack Jumpers, good ball movement, good team play. They're moving the ball around from side to side and patient. They're using the clock.
And off there, Majok gets it himself. Touch fortunate, puts a shot up. Play hits the deck there in Marshall.
Yeah, lots of fouls going the Jack Jumpers' way here. The Kings up to the 5th, I think now.
Kings are in the bonus. There's 4 on the board. I'm not sure that's before or after that foul. It was before. So up to 5 to the line, Nick Marshall.
Nearly 6 minutes to go in this quarter and already in the bonus. So Be the downside of that aggressive defensive play.
Marshall on 9 points. Chance to get into double figures. Does so. Crowd appreciative. Just to narrow the margin back to 2. Crowd silent, makes the second. So 11 points now for Nick Marshall, ex-36er. Here's Hutchison now for the Kings. Maluach loses the handle. It's off the hand there of Nick Marshall once again. Baseline ball, Kings. Long shot, Maluach can't make it go. Nice rebound from Majok. Here's DJ. David Johnson. Good energy here, Campbell. Gets underneath the bucket. Hands off, Johnson. Goes in. Puts up the shot. Yeah, just that fumble cost him. Majok with the O-board. Open now, Marshall. This will bring the crowd alive. He gets it again. Couple of O-boards there for the JackJumpers. Weeks would be happy with that. The coach tonight, Jared Weeks.
Absolutely. That's the JackJumpers style.
Tiger Campbell, little spin, step back. Can't quite make it. Showing his skill there, Tiger Campbell. Didn't finish the job. Maluach at the other end, glides down the lane. He's met by Johnson. But a foul, says umpire Bianca Vernon. It might be Johnson's first personal.
Yep.
Third team foul for the quarter for the JackJumpers. She's still 5 minutes to go in this quarter. A lot happening. 36-34. Kings got away to a double-figure lead. If you just joined us, the JackJumpers have reined it back in. A little bit of a similar pattern to Monday night's game where the Kings looked in control for most of the game. The JackJumpers hung in there. They hit the front one stage in the last quarter. The Kings steadied, take it out by 4. Maluach with the free throws there, makes both. Marshall playing a lot more minutes than he did on Monday. It's their last hit out for a while here, the JackJumpers in the pre-season. In goes Johnson. Oh, doesn't finish it. Did all the right things. Shakes his head, a bit disappointed. Hutchison, look away pass. Can't get it to go there. Bleachmore. Here's Tiger. Play with UCLA with distinction with Tiger Campbell. Now to Majok down low. Off the glass, can't get it to go. Second chance opportunity. Gets contact there from Bleachmore.
To the line. Big fella. See if he can drop these down. The pace of the game has changed. Has become a little bit more considered in terms of that half-court set, particularly from the JackJumpers now. And obviously been a lot of calls. 8 foul calls so far across both teams.
So Kendrick Davis has had a fair spell off the court here. He started the quarter. Was electric in those first couple of minutes. He's back on the court. Dellavedova, I think they just might be watching his minutes a little bit. Simon, we've got a veteran player there. 2 games in 3 days, early pre-season.
Yes, definitely.
So they're not going to flog him to death, I think, in these 2 games. So
no, but Delly, while a veteran player, he's a hard worker and he's always fit.
Majok makes the 2 free throws. Bryce Hamilton back on the court.
This might be the first time we've had the 3 imports
you read my mind, Simon
at
Austin.
the same time, so this will be great. This will be interesting to see how we go.
3 imports, plus Richards, plus Majok. Kendrick Davis. Good bit of protection there from Lau Pepe. Bounce pass, Noi. Corner, Maluach. Works his way in. Oh, stolen there by Hamilton. Confronted by Davis. Will he hold it up or go himself? Holds it up. Majok drives through. Oh, and misses the easiest of layups. Fast breaks well read there by Hamilton. It's ping between each end of the court here. Johnson from the corner to bring the crowd alive. We'll try the put back in attempted by Richards. We've got contact in doing so from Maluach. And we'll go to the strike. Fast-paced game, Simon.
Well, it just picked up there, didn't it? A few back and forth possessions, some turnovers and steals.
So Joe Weeks is having a little opportunity to talk to his players as the first free throw goes up. Jacob Richards makes it. Quieter on the scoring front tonight. He hasn't quite had the minutes that he had on Monday night. 3 points now for Jacob Richards.
He's been doing a lot of those little hidden one-percenters, Dave. I think tonight, Jacob, his defence has been good. He's guarding some very big guys out there and veterans, so he's doing a great job. Top
scorers in the game, Kendrick Davis with 11, who has the basketball now, and Nick Marshall for the JackJumpers also with 11. Now Pepe, the handoff. Kendrick Davis. Defence there. Good work by Majok as Davis tried to release the basketball, went straight into the palm there of the big fella.
Great job.
Majok has, as you said, played with many NBL clubs along the distance.
He's definitely been a journeyman.
With the Ballarat Miners this year in the NBL 1 South. Here's Davis again. Foul there, Tiger Campbell. Shots to come. So, ball game is tied up. For the first time in this contest tonight here at Elephant.
Yeah.
The JackJumpers, it's a less frenetic pre-season they had last year. We were talking before the game, Simon, off air about, they had those games in Singapore. I think it was 3 games in 4 days.
Yeah,
in stifling heat. And they had the blitz before that, then they went from Singapore straight into that Perth game. They did look a little bit flat and lost that round 1 game against the Wildcats. So a little bit more of a measured pre-season. Of course, they've got Magnay Bannon to come back in from the Asia Cup. Deng, Majok Deng, who's also been on national duties.
Yep.
And of course, Sydney Kings with a few players to come in as well. Cooks, Galloway, Quoll, Bruce and Robertson. Taken away by the Kings now. Here's Kendrick Davis. Bread and butter. No. Misses the layup. Gee, that was a good rebound there from Maluach. Now, Noi loves these.
Hit that one.
Kuat Noi. I think that's 4 tonight. 12 points.
Yes, he'd been on a bit of a streak missing, and he's just reignited himself there. So he's back to about 4 threes.
A tied ball game. All of a sudden, it's a 5-point margin. Nice fake there. Step back for 3, Johnson. Rebounded by Noi as the shot misses. In the corner, Maluach. Davis and Air renewing acquaintances. Davis gets the better of that one and beautifully done. 2 points straight down into the paint. Tricky shot. 7-point margin. Air at the other end. It says, what you can do, I can do better. And I might even get an extra instead.
I think he got away with the travel on that one.
Okay. So substitutions. Delhi's back on the court for the last couple of minutes of the quarter, as is Suarez. Quatnoy having a spell. Along there with Lewis Bleachmore. So at the stripe for the extra attempt. Here's at Ben Air. So he played last year with the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. So we've got a timeout here at Elephant Sports Centre. Might be the first one, I think, for the quarter, Simon. At the timeout at Sydney 45, JackJumpers 38. How are you seeing things?
Well, it's 38, 45. Yeah, the Kings have just that last minute or so.
I think it's 45 to 41.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the Kings have just sort of been able to get. I think the JackJumpers have probably missed a few there. A few turnovers offensively. So hopefully this timeout will help just steady the ship there. But no, great contest. There's great intensity. The defence is lifted on both teams.
15 points now for Davis for the Kings, 12 to Quatnoy. All 3-point attempts made there. So 4 threes for Quatnoy. They're the major scorers for the Kings. For the JackJumpers, 11 to Marshall. Bryce Hamilton with 9. Rebound-wise for the JackJumpers, 6 to Majok. Pretty handy. And for the Kings, 3 each to Maluach, Lau Pepe and Quatnoy as far as rebounding is concerned.
Yeah.
So Darren Smith, can see him at the back of the box here, will join us there at half-time. Talk about all the things that are happening at the JackJumpers and the exciting news during the week. maybe our Kings viewers might not realise, but WNBL licence handed to Tasmania starting in the 26-27 season, so we'll have a chat about that as well. But our focus is on the court. We've got 2 minutes 20 left here in the second quarter. As Lau Pepe brings it back in. And Delavadova, who's had about 6 minutes or so off in the middle of this quarter. Bounce pass, Suarez open for two. Rebound, contested, but ends up falling to Bryce Hamilton. Hamilton and Johnson on the court at the moment for the JackJumpers. Two of their three imports. Benair, a long pass just reined in there by DJ. Up against Lau Pepe. Holds the basketball for a while. 4 left on the shot clock. Shot needs to go up. Here it is. Bryce Hamilton, beautiful. From the top there. I love that left-hand shooting action, Simon.
Yeah, smooth.
Very smooth. Brings the margin back to 1 point. Crowd getting some great entertainment here tonight. It was a high-scoring game on Monday night. Nearly 200 points scored between the two teams, 101-97. It's trending that way again here tonight at Elephant. Whistle on play. Something off the ball.
Johnson and Suarez, a foul on Johnson there.
Yep.
Just
his second personal.
Holding on the, trying to sort of hold position in the post.
We're in the bonus. Margin just a 1 point. Suarez settles. 12 points tonight, make that 13.
3-point percentage we were talking about earlier, Dave. Down to 40% now for the Kings, but
Yep.
the JackJumpers still sort of below 30% in the 25%. So it's a big bit of an area that can be tidied up by the JackJumpers.
Converts both three free throws there. Quick transition underneath Johnson. Does beautifully. Good assist there from Benair. 2 points, JackJumpers. They trail by 1. They haven't led in this game yet. Can they get in front here in this last minute and 17? Off the foot there of Harrison Hornery, the boy from the Rockhampton Rockets. Played college at the USC Spartans. It's a Kings ball. Both teams in the bonus. Delhi with the ball back court. Davis, straightaway shot from the corner. It's the front of the iron. Oh, JJ's muck up the rebound there. They should have taken it away. Maluach for 3.
Yeah,
short all the way. 2-on-1 here. Here's Hamilton. Oh, what a little step that is, but can't quite make it go. We've seen both Johnson and Hamilton tonight have some beautiful moves. Underneath the bucket there, though, is Kendrick Davis, who makes 2. Top scorer in the game at the moment. Back to a 3-point margin. Benair under heavy pressure. Bounce into Hamilton. Jacob Richards facing away. Spears it out. They share it in the perimeter. Hamilton for another 3. This one, it's the side of the bucket on this occasion. Rebound by Davis. So Kendrick Davis up now to 17 points in this first half. He's been a dominant player when he's been on the court. And he goes again against Benair. Step back, mid-range, 2-point attempted. Misses on this occasion. Trying to reach over Hornery there with Suarez. And, we're going to go down the line there. It's a foul. Here's Hornery.
Yeah, they've got
It's going the other way.
Yeah, Suarez on the foul for reaching over on the Hornery on the box out.
Okay.
So good, strong box out. That's what juniors are taught, and good to see it happening out here at the elite level.
Suarez fooled me there because he went to the free throw line at his end. But,
just a bit of gamesmanship.
Just some gamesmanship, okay. He had the commentator fooled.
I
didn't think it was the case. But,
in case the referee had a little bit of 50-50.
So it is Harrison Hornery. The left hand into the court as you're viewing it. Now with the basketball. Chance for a couple. Been a high fouling first half. Makes the first. 7.1 seconds left. So the Kings will get an opportunity at the other end. Is to make it a 1-point ball game. Crowd hushes. Makes the second. And they've got a substitution. Hornery comes off for Gibson. 7 seconds to make something happen here for the Kings. They lead by 1. Can the JJs get a steal here? They bring it up the court. Lau Pepe hands off Davis. Oh, does it beautifully. And gets fouled. Was it in time? I think there was about a millisecond on the clock there as he was fouled. The clock reading 0-0. So referees, I think, happy that was before the clock expired. Referee Chris Reed just going over to the desk. Checking things out. Might be some time put back on the clock here, I'd say. Davis at the line.
Davis just so crafty at getting through that screen, that pick and roll action, and found the gap. Probably also preyed a little bit on the inexperience of the defenders on the JackJumpers as well. Both the help defenders and the ball screen defender. Young guys out there. He just took that opportunity.
So probably none on the court. I don't think I've seen him tonight.
No, it's his first
time on the court. So whether he gets more minutes in the second half, we'll wait and see. Just waiting, I think, to see as 1 second being put back on the clock. So Kendrick Davis, this will be probably the last action of the half. No time for the JackJumpers to score. He misses the first one. Crowd up and about for that one. Second attempt is also missed. There's the time expiring for half-time. What an entertaining half of basketball here at the Elephant Sports Centre in this NBL pre-season game. It's the Kings 49, the JackJumpers 48. So a good quarter for the JackJumpers. They managed to stay in the game. Didn't hit the front at any stage. Levelled up the scores a couple of times. So let's look at some of the key stats here to quarter time as far as scoring is concerned. Start with the JackJumpers, the home team. And 11 points to Marshall, 12 to Hamilton are the top scorers for the JackJumpers. Other points are spread about, including 6 to Johnson and 6 to Eyre. Outstanding for the Sydney Kings. We've got their recruit this year from the Adelaide 36ers, Kendrick Davis, 17 points. Quat Noy outstanding from the perimeter as well, 12. And then Tim Suarez with 6 is the next highest score there. So it's 49 to 48 here. Kings lead at the JackJumpers. There's some entertainment now coming onto the court we'd love to see to get the crowd involved. Now we're going to take about a 2-minute break or so here while we just get our special guest set up, Mr. Darren Smith. So don't go away, make yourself a quick cup of tea or coffee, and we're going to hear from Darren what's happening with the JackJumpers in the pre-season and looking into the season for 2025-26. Back in a couple of minutes.
Absolutely, all right. Listening up to what DJ Hugo's going to spin up. Let's see your moves.
Welcome back to Elf and to our viewers on the NBL stream tonight on YouTube or on the NBL website. Wherever you're watching it, I hope you're enjoying a really great game of basketball. And on simulcast tonight on City Park Radio here locally as well in northern Tasmania. So we've got the COO of the Tasmania JackJumpers joining us in the commentary position, Mr. Darren Smith. We've got about 8 minutes to go, so a few areas we can cover. Good evening, Darren.
Good evening. Thanks for having me.
No worries. And look, we'll start with the big news of the week, the WNBL licence. How long has that been in the pipeline, and how exciting is it for the club?
Well, I suppose that, we had a dream about it for a little while. I think it's been thought about for a couple of years, and there's been a lot of work in the background to get to this point. But we're really ecstatic about having the licence approved, and trying to bring a team to the Tasmania is really exciting for the community and for us as a club.
So, governance-wise, will it sort of be under the auspices of the JackJumpers Basketball Club, or how will it work as far as administration is concerned, and who heads it up and that sort of stuff?
Yeah, we'll use our existing kind of structure to run the club. It'll be its own entity with a brand and name, which will be exciting for the community to participate in building that. But yeah, we'll use the existing resources within the club and build a little bit as well. We'll have to get some more people involved, but we'll use what we've got. It's a good model so far, and we'll continue that. And you're looking at a shared model of games. Obviously, you've got the High Performance Centre in Hobart, so I suppose it makes sense to utilise that facility for the men and the women. Yeah. But you're looking forward to having games up here, perhaps at the Silverdome, once that's improved, and also that new facility at Devonport that's on its way. Yeah, the facility in Devonport's a really exciting opportunity for us, and we've been talking to the council there for a little while about making sure that we can, try and get some games there and here in Launceston as well, and then obviously in Hobart as well. So we've still got to work out the mix of what that looks like. But yeah, we're really excited about bringing the game to the state as a whole, and and the north and northwest be able to get to see the teams more often. Yeah, and I mean, there's some exciting things to come. Isn't it? You've got the naming and administration staff, coaching staff, all that will roll out down the track. Yeah, there's a fair bit of work to go, but. The first point was get the licence so that we can tick that, and now we get to work on trying to build this thing and get those really important positions like head coach and start to look at players and things like that. And I imagine that's going to have to happen pretty quickly, because it's not sort of the next season. It's one season after that, isn't it? It's not this next season. It's the one after that we've got to be ready for. So 26, 27. Yep. So we've got roughly 12 months to build this thing. So it's not a lot of time when you're talking about building a club from scratch. Yep. So, but we're lucky. We did this with the JackJumpers only a few years ago. So it's a good blueprint for us to follow, and hopefully has some success right from the start. Yep. The men's team, of course, we're up and running with these 2 practice games here in the north of Tasmania. Look, thanks to the club again for bringing it to Ulverston and Launceston. I think it's fantastic. And just have to see the involvement the other night and the crowd and the kids, everyone getting involved at Ulverston and here again tonight. Yeah, it's really important for us to have a presence, in the north and northwest. And as you can see from the seats, they're all full. So people are really pleased to have the game here, and obviously we're grateful for the Kings to come down and be able to help us prepare for the season as well, and allow the local community to see the highest level of basketball in Lonnie and Ulverston. Yeah. Simon and I were talking during the call about it was a tough start to the season last year. You had the 3 games in 4 days in Singapore on the back of the Blitz, and then the travel to Perth. So it looks like, from what I can see of your pre-season fixture, it looks like a bit more of a measured build-up. So the players are going to be really fresh coming into round 1. Yeah, you're right. Last year was just frenetic. Just a lot of travel, a lot of games very quickly. So I think this year we feel a little bit more relaxed in our planning and preparation. And we 3 new imports to try and bring into the mix, and a couple of new faces as well from the Australian contingent. So we've got some time now to really build this thing and get Coach Roth, all these systems in place with a lot of new faces. And some new assistants as well, with Nathan Brereton coming into the fold, and being another person to bring in and get used to the systems and the way things are going. How's Nathan settling in? Yeah, look, Nathan's an exceptional coach. Like we've kept track of him for the last couple of years. Been up in Canberra at the NBA Global Academy there, and applying his craft there. But when we had an opening, he was top of the list. So we were glad to be able to make that happen, bring him home, and be able to utilise his skills for the team as well. Yeah. You've got enough to worry about with the JackJumpers. I mean, it's a big job to get the team on the court, but how close an eye are you keeping on the NBL 1 situation with the Chargers and the 2 bids in the north? Are you looking at that at all, or are you sort of letting others worry too much about that? I mean, we're not really hands-on
No.
on it, so we are kind of just keeping an eye on it and from a little distance at the moment. But it's a concern for us. Like, we want to make sure that there's good level of basketball at every step of the way through the state to be able to get from juniors all the way up to the professional ranks. So the NBL 1 teams are an important element of that. So we're supportive of making sure that we've got good players coming through in the senior ranks and preparing for hopefully playing for our senior men's and women's teams as well.
Now, your three inputs, we were talking during the break there about, they're real good character guys, aren't they? And they're showing something on the court in these two games.
Well, I mean, the really great thing that you can see right from the start is they're all committed to defence. They're up and in straight away. They're buying into the systems, which is super important for the way we like to go about things. So that's a great indicator. And then, I'm excited. Each of them bring us something a little bit different, but and all of them can handle the ball. All of them can shoot. So, I'm really excited to see how this mix comes together as we progress through into the start of the season and beyond. And, I think that it could be something pretty special for us.
And what about the your Australian players who you recruited? Eyre, Marshall, Williamson, Bannon, obviously, as well as the headline, but... certainly tonight we can see the value of what Eyre and Marshall might be sort of bringing to the team. How are they fitting in?
Yeah, I mean, we're really excited to bring them in. Like we know the talent around the league, and when they were available, those two guys in particular, we were kind of keen to have a conversation, and we were glad that we were able to secure them. And they've fitted in perfectly well for the roles that we're going to ask them to do. And I think it's a good opportunity for them too.
Yeah.
So I think that they're both very well suited to the way that we play, and hopefully we can complement their career as well. But we're expecting big things from both of them, big contributions.
And you'd love to return to the finals this year. We almost made it last year. We're just a few % off, but it'd be great to get back into it this year, wouldn't it?
100%. I mean, that's our expectation.
Absolutely.
That's what we've done every year except for last year. So we expect to be there again. But, you look at, the Kings are a great example as well. Like, most teams have gotten better.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is going to be a very, very difficult year.
Yep.
So super exciting for the fans because every game's going to be on and, and every point's going to matter.
Just finally, the Wednesday night games, they're looking good as far as ticket sales, and it can be a pretty exciting initiative this year.
Yeah, Ignite Cup. That's
it.
Yeah, it's something different for the league.
Yeah.
And, the Wednesday nights, I think, for us, it's been nearly impossible for people to get tickets unless you remember, in the last few seasons. So, for us to be able to open it up to a new cohort of people to be able to access games will be exciting for the community as well.
Dan, there's so many more things we could talk to you about, but the clock's now under a minute before we resume play, so you've given us a lot of time here in these pre-season games, so we really appreciate it. We'll let you get back down and watch the action from courtside.
Fantastic. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Darren Smith, the COO from the Tasmania JackJumpers Basketball Club, joining us here at half-time. Score 49 Sydney, JackJumpers 48. And we're just into the last 30 seconds here before we resume hostilities. Okay, so we saw 101 played 97 at Ulverston there on Monday night. So we're looking at a similar scoreline, Simon. It's going to be close. It's going to be high scoring.
Yeah, and this is good. I think there's definitely some increased intensity, I think we're saying off there from Monday night, from what we can see out there. And there's no love lost between some of the players either. I think that really for the JackJumpers this half, they've got to, hopefully they'll start hitting some of their perimeter shots. They're still shooting around that sort of 25% from three versus the Kings at around the 40, so that's going to be a big factor. There's a lot of things that are similar, but probably to me what stands out is the shooting percentage, both from the threes but also twos for the Sydney Kings, who are shooting at a high percentage, much higher than the JackJumpers. So the JackJumpers are doing their tenacious defence, their typical bread and butter, their style, just to stay in the game. Will they be able to make some shots and come away with a win tonight?
We're back underway. There's a whistle on play. And once against Tiger Campbell. And interesting, I saw Tiger Campbell having a good long chat to Bianca Burnett at half-time about probably the style of refereeing here in Australia. And he cops a foul in the first 10 seconds. So there we go.
And that's one of the biggest things that a lot of the American imports do find, or any international player, just adjusting to the different style and the different way that the games are officiated.
Luetha won with a long shot. This is on that occasion. So 2 personal fouls now for Tiger Campbell, who's back on the court. Hornery. David Johnson goes into the paint. Beautiful move. and he just can't quite finish
Could be a
again.
foul,
But
yeah.
he did get fouled. I tell you what, when they start to drop Simon, he is going to be a really exciting player. He already is in this NBL competition in 25-26, no doubt about it.
Great explosion off the dribble there.
So David Johnson, he's taken his pick 47 in the 2021 NBA draft by Toronto Raptors. Also most recently with the Memphis Hustle. Still a young man and in his mid-20s. 24 years of age. Makes the first free throw. Now this to put the Jack Jumpers in front for the first time in this basketball game. And he makes the second and they are in front 50-49.
Suarez picked up his 4th foul there too, Dave.
Okay,
and
noticed that. Thank you, Simon.
Come off, having a rest. Good hands there by Jacob Richards.
Mopped up though here by Noy out to the corner. Delhi's got it. Up against Tiger Campbell. Bulldozes his way past Campbell, misses the shot though. Rebounded Johnson. Now to Campbell. Keeps hold of the basketball well and gets contact from Dellavedova. Who lets helping hand getting up there for Tiger Campbell. That's Delhi's first personal for tonight.
Oh, Jack Jumpers have started in the quarter well.
Yeah, the energy's good. And the results don't mean a lot in these games, but you'd rather win than lose. You know, you're out there, you're competing. Both teams, of course, with a lot of players to come back in. Talked about that tonight.
Well, you can certainly see from the players and the way that they're playing that winning does matter. They're not out there just running up and down, Dave. They're absolutely playing as hard as they can.
Marshall.
See that physical contact just there as well.
It's taken too long to get it in, I think. Yes. So turnover. Don't see that too often.
No, you don't. No.
Part of that is probably early season, not working out what each other are doing at the moment. Here's Dellavedova at the top. Bouncing to Lil Pepe. Now Pepe has to retreat. Back out to Maluach. Loses the hold on the ball. And now I think there's contact there. Harrison Hornery. Seen a lot of fouls tonight, Simon.
Yeah, and that can be part of that pre-season as well. Like just that, you know what your defensive touch is, and
Yes.
and your footwork and your ability to predict your opponent and which way they're going and anticipate the ball and pass. So you know, not at all unsurprising that you'd see a lot more fouls in the pre-season game.
Pepe made the first, makes a second to put the Kings back in front in this contest, 51-50. Tiger Campbell shares with Richards to Johnson, back now to Campbell. Johnson thinks about pulling the trigger from the top. He's hold of the basketball. 3 to go. Tiger Campbell from the car park, short. Oh, almost made its way back to Campbell. Good hands, Dellavedova. Over to Noy. Up against Johnson. And another foul. Third personal on Johnson. So to the line, Kuat Noy. $12 points tonight. Doesn't make it 13 with that first free throw missing. Now trying to put off Kuat Noy, but he's experienced enough to make the second free throw there. Now David Johnson, is that a little bit of a limp up there?
Yeah, it was on that last play where he sort of slipped over right at the end. So
Yep.
Either bruised his knee or something, or whether he sort of just strained his ankle. Hopefully nothing too bad.
Watch out that, he's talking to the physio at the moment. He's off the court. Don't want injuries out of these pre-season games.
Oh, lovely crossover there by Campbell.
Can't finish the work. Strongly rebounded there by Lau Pepe. Little floater there from Delhi, makes 2. And so I was a bit distracted because David Johnson's going down to the change rooms. So a little worry there for the import. Keep an eye on that. Tiger Campbell now to Hamilton. Hamilton gets the free throw line, bustles his way in, off balance with a shot. Was short all the way. Kings just putting on a bit of pressure here. They lead by 4 now. And it's another foul, this time on Hamilton, I think. I'll wait for the signal from referee.
Campbell,
yeah, it was 12.
Yep.
So timeout here at
third.
the Elephant Sports Centre. Yeah, 3 fouls now to Campbell. At the timeout at Sydney, 54, Jack Jumpers 50.
Yeah, so the Jack Jumpers have sort of just had some poor offensive possessions in the last couple of minutes, and the Kings have just sort of lifted it a little bit, even though the Jack Jumpers came out straight off the start a little bit more energetic. But yeah, fouls are creeping in. They're up to 4 team fouls already now for the JJs.
After 3 minutes.
Yeah,
yep.
So, you know, looking back at some of the first half, the quarter by quarter scoring, 30 points to the Kings in quarter 1, 19 in the second quarter. So that typical Jack Jumper defence was what got them back into the game, and was really keeping them in the game. So swings and roundabouts though. The Kings had a lot of fouls in that second quarter. Going the Jack Jumpers way this way in terms of fouling.
So on 3 fouls at the moment, we've got Johnson, Marshall, also Tiger Campbell, and Harrison Hornery.
Yeah, so a few.
And the only one really in foul trouble is Tim Suarez, who's got 4 fouls for the Kings. So 15 points to Davis, 13 to Noy for the Kings at the moment. And for the Jack Jumpers, still Nick Marshall there, the only one in double figures on 11 points. We're at the charity stripe. 7 minutes 16 to go in this third quarter. Ball's in the hands of Makuach Maluach.
Rebounding is identical, 27 apiece to each team.
Makes the first.
Fairly well spread as well in the rebounders. It's being shared around.
Makes the second free throw. Tiger Campbell. Love his energy. It's Crawford-like in that regard. Down under 10 now on the shot clock. Harrison Hornery, Hamilton. In he goes. Faces a brick wall, has to kick it out. It was off the King's hand there, clearly. Well, I thought it was, but...
it was.
Yeah. Referee saw it another way.
Anyway, move on.
Next
play.
Delhi at the halfway line. Maluach shares with Lau Pepe. Into Delhi, looks for an outlet. Up against Tiger Campbell. And Delhi can't quite finish it. He got round Campbell.
Got his own rebound.
From the corner, Noy. O-board. A 1. His pass is poor. Jack Jumpers will take it away now through Marshall. To Hamilton. Hornery. Oh, gee, ambitious pass there. Campbell. He was cutting in the baseline. Couldn't take it with him. So low scoring start to this quarter. Jack Jumpers with the turnover here. With this, I think it's a foul. Lau Pepe.
Might be his third. No, only his second.
Now, I haven't seen David Johnson come back from the rooms
Not yet.
yet,
No.
Simon, so we're not sure what sort of... it was obviously a leg injury of some sort.
Yeah.
I think you saw it better than me.
I think it'll be his lower leg, probably his ankle strained it as he slipped on the court. Whether it was the lines or whether it was just a little bit of sweat on the court.
Oh, beautiful move. Hamilton makes 2 down the lane. Has a chat to the referee as he goes past.
Yeah, wanted the extra. Good to see. Haven't seen too much of that. Yeah, offensive fouls. I was going to say before that the Sydney Kings are setting really hard, tough screens, and they are very effective, but sometimes they just sort of, that borderline between an offensive foul, moving screen, that one.
Still got 5 minutes 32 left in this third quarter. Both teams on 14 fouls.
Yep.
So Ben Eyre on the court now. Here's Hamilton, who's starting to show a bit of fire here. Bounce pass. Into Richards, up against Davis. Fade away from the free throw line. Couldn't make the two go. Great rebounding there. Contested ball. Hamilton back out to Richards for three. Team lifting stuff. High fives all round from the Jack Jumpers. As the margin was sneaking out to 6, it's now back to 1. Moisture on the court as players dive for the basketball.
And we said it earlier that just Jacob Richards, the way he's playing out there is unbelievable. He's doing such a great job, like against these bigger bodies, more experienced, big guys, and there's a player out there who doesn't have an NBL contract, but you wouldn't know it.
Absolutely. He's had a great few seasons with the Hobart Chargers. Was on the list there for the Jack Jumpers at one stage. Oh, as Kawatanoy goes down. It's going to be a foul there on Hamilton, I think. Let's see, that's his third personal. Joins a host of JJs now on the 3 fouls.
Yep.
And we're in the bonus now, so we're going to the line. Kawatanoy. 13 points at the moment. 13 points on Monday night with the 4 rebounds. Makes the first of the free throws. Does Kawatanoy.
Prior to that free throw, it's only about 7 points apiece for each team this quarter, halfway through. So
really low scoring, real scrap. That's how the game started, really, that first half of the first quarter.
So let's see what happens in the second half of this quarter. Will it become a little bit more free-throwing, high-scoring?
Ben Eyre into Hamilton. Richards again for another 3. Look good in the air. Speaking of air, there's Ben Eyre. Hamilton thought about pulling the trigger. Hooks it out. Marshall straight away attempt at 3. He can't make it. Good rebound there from Hutchison. He's on the court. And Rick Davis marshalling things at the top. Juk on. Davis, left-hand side into the paint. Left-hand shot makes 2. Up to 17 points now for Kendrick Davis. Richards flicks it out. Air for 3. Just off target from the perimeter at the moment, the JJs. Hamilton might have a go here. Air again, back to Hamilton. Here it is. Low trajectory, can't make it. Rebounded by Maluach. Kings in possession. They lead by 5. 3 minutes, 45 to go. Quarter number 3. Standing up is Davis. He's doing everything tonight. He makes another 3.
There he
Best
goes.
player on the court for mine.
Yeah.
Up now to 20. Oh, Majok there. Bit of contact with Davis. Not seen. Marshall now. It's a margin out to 8. The biggest it's been for a long while in this contest. Almost a steal there to Davis. Is that backcourt? It is backcourt. Okay, interesting. The hands on the ball there, but good hustling there from Davis. As I said, he's doing it all at the moment.
He's doing it all. He's a great player. That's why the Kings have gone after him. That's why he was in the NBL All-Star 5.
Yeah. They parted ways, of course, with Jalen Adams, who's gone to Brisbane. Similar sort of player.
Davis is definitely that player that just sitting underneath Bryce Cotton for MVP contention last year and probably again this year.
Into the corner to Air. Different open player. Hamilton. Tough shot for 3, makes it. Bryce Hamilton. There's a bit of a shame in Bryce Hamilton. He doesn't mind a word, and we love that. As he's up now to 14 points, top scorer for the Jack Jumpers. And timeout called, I think it might have been by Sydney Kings, Brian Gorgian. It's,
Very much needed free there too by Hamilton. Where the JJs were just sort of starting to lose touch. He's brought it back into a 5-point differential. Big shot.
Yeah, so ebbs and flows in this game. It's I won't say carbon copy. Very similar to Monday night's game where Kings just, every time they were challenged, just got out at an arm's length, and they ended up winning the game there by 4. They got out to 8, but that big 3 there from Hamilton. 14 points, Bryce Hamilton. Along with 5 rebounds, 2 assists. So a good all-round game from the import, Bryce Hamilton. Last played in Germany for Rostock Seawolves. He's scoring at a clip of 18 points per game. He's also played in Greece. So one of those journeyman players, but both Johnson and Hamilton, 24 years of age. We've mentioned that before. They're in their prime.
Still young, or probably not even at their prime just yet. They might still have a little bit more to go.
Now, David Johnson's back on the bench. No ice or anything I can see. That is a good sign. And he's not got a tracksuit or anything on, so he might take some more part in this game yet. We hope so.
We'll see. I'll be surprised. I'd be thinking they'll err on
discretion.
The side of caution.
Yep. As Lau Pepe, yes, just makes a right-handed shot underneath.
So we've got Eyre and Campbell in the backcourt here together. First time for tonight,
Yes.
I think, sharing the backcourt duties, the two of them.
Spreading with some lineups here. Tiger Campbell gets around Lau Pepe. Loses control of the basketball. Mopping up, though, is Hamilton. 6 on the shot clock. Eyre.
Oh.
Going to have to shoot in a second. Here he goes off the glass. Off balance, gets a second opportunity. Now, gee, there's been a lot of whistles tonight. Here's another one. And I really don't know what happened there, Simon. You'll have to help me out.
I think they're saying, I think it still was a shot clock violation because the ball didn't hit the ring.
Good point.
Hit the backboard.
Yes.
That's what
good refereeing.
I thought he had Ben Eyre had Davis in the air. He probably should have just taken the shot in the end. But
Dellavedova up against Campbell. Dellavedova and Davis on at the moment. Davis steps back and makes 2 as calm as you like. And 22 points now for Kendrick Davis.
He's just a flat-out scorer. Sweet shot.
He's been playing with China with the Nanjing Monkey Kings, averaging 25 a game over there in the NBL off-season. JackJumpers ball. It's 9 points the margin. They trail by just 1 at half-time. Just the 10 points for the JackJumpers in this third quarter. Scoring is dried up. Here's Hamilton. Double team. They did it well. They trapped Hamilton, and they've got the ball back here. Maluat can't quite finish the job. Pepe flicks it out. Ends up here with Dellavedova from the car park. Can't make it. Pepe with the O board. In the corner. Did he step on the line? No, it's a foul.
No, shot clock.
Shot clock, was it?
Was reset when it shouldn't have been or something, yeah, so it was down to 10.
Okay, so that's why the referee put up 10 fingers. I thought it
was a foul. Ben Eyre there, but then no, the shot clock had to be taken down to 10. 10 seconds. So here we go, side ball into Delhi. Guarded by Campbell.
It's a good matchup. Little fumble for Davis. Probably his first error all night.
Yeah.
Excuse him for that one. It's a JackJumpers ball. Pretty important minute here in this third quarter. Minute 19 left.
Yeah, the JJs need to score here.
Ben Eyre sees a bit of space. Travel there against Ben Eyre. King's bench were all over it. So King's ball. Dellavedova playing good minutes in this third quarter. And another foul this time. It's Jacob Richards. We've got 2 shots in the bonus. And I think that might be Jacob Richards' first. Personal foul.
No, it might have been Campbell, actually.
Was it Campbell? I think you're right. Yeah, it's gone up against the 12. Yep.
Fourth foul.
So he's the first Jack Jumper on 4 fouls. Tim Suarez on 4 for the Kings. We haven't seen him on the court for a while. Haven't seen much of Brody Nunn tonight, so it's an interesting one. Free throw missed. Simon, you've seen something?
David Johnson's
came back on the court. Great news for the Jack Jumpers.
To the bench, ready to come back on. So
see how he moves when he gets back on. Majuk, back to Air. Long pass over to Richards. Now to Campbell, who's staying on the court with those 4 fouls. Lovely pass. Richards couldn't quite get the shot away. Into the side of the backboard. Davis at the other end.
Yeah, good team first option, but he probably should have just shot it, I reckon. And just Richards just was too far under.
Now Pepe, always to the right. That might have been off the fingers there of the Jack Jumpers. It was. They're pleading innocent, but I think if we had hot spot on that one, there was just a touch on the finger. So Jack Jumpers. King's ball from the side. Davis and Delhi playing good minutes in this third quarter. Heavy body there against Hamilton. Finally it ends up here in the corner with Davis. Out to Lau Pepe. Sees a bit of space. Through the eye of the needle, makes 2. And then stumbles over the advertising hoardings. Margin 12, 70-58. Bryce Hamilton, they need this one, the Jack Jumpers, and he delivers.
He makes it.
Bryce Hamilton, 17 points. That's it. Hail Mary shot there from Lau Pepe, falls short. So we got 3-quarter time here, and a valuable bucket there at the end for the Jack Jumpers.
Yeah, it just keeps it under 10.
Just the 13 points for the home team in that quarter, as opposed to 21 there for the Kings. So they lead by 9 points after having led by 1 there at halftime. 3-quarter time, it's Sydney 70. Jack Jumpers 61. They took control in that quarter, Simon.
Yeah,
the Sydney Kings.
Again, it's the Jack Jumpers' offense and their shooting is just sort of letting them down a little bit. 13 points in a quarter is not good enough at this level. They defensively did what they need to do. They normally sort of try and keep teams around the 20 mark. So the Kings scoring 21. So it's definitely a lower scoring quarter from both teams, but. Yeah, Jack Jumpers just ruining a few missed opportunities and things that they can iron out for sure.
And that scoring percentage has plummeted for the Jack Jumpers in that quarter. We'll get you checked it out as I go through some individual scorers here for the Jack Jumpers. Nick Marshall, 11. Bryce Hamilton, 17 of the 2 in double figures. Marshall hasn't added to that 11 for a little while. Ben Air with 9. David Johnson, 8. The major scorers there for the Jack Jumpers. As far as the Kings are concerned, the best player on the court for mine, Kendrick Davis, 22. Guatnoy with 15. Suarez, 8. Major scorers there. Rebounding-wise, the board's been dominated for the Kings there by, let me see. Lau Pepe here with 7.
And Suarez with 8.
8, yeah. So those 2 have been great.
So Kings have got a little edge on the rebounding count. Shooting-wise, though, it's the three points is pretty much evened out, 31% for both teams, and but the Kings are shooting at a high 61% clip from 2s, which the Jack Jumpers are only around the 40%. So there's sort of a key difference there. It's just sort of that, particularly Davis getting into the key and his pull-up jump shots and his layups, his finishing. He's shooting at a high percentage himself, so. And I think that's really what the Jack Jumpers are missing, that interior defence, not having a Magnay or a Bannon and even a Majuk Dang, Kobe Williamson in there. Their frontline bigs are not in there, sort of, to defend and be that help defence.
Yeah, so the board's been dominated by Noy and Lau Pepe. Been terrific, both those players. So Ben Air with the basketball. And then Majuk. Logan Gibson. Back to Air. Majuk guarded there by Lau Pepe. Great defence here by the Kings. And that's going to be a turnover. They were superb there, the Kings. Did not give the Jack Jumpers any room whatsoever. Get away a quality shot.
Yeah, I mean, Brian Gorshin is renowned for many, many years as being a defensive-minded coach, and all these teams are very good defensively and very tough, so there's no surprises that the Kings are working hard at that end.
Davis for 3, makes it. Kendrick Davis, 25 points. And he's going to light it up this season if tonight's any indication. 12 points, almost a steal there. Bilal Pepe back to air. From the corner, Marshall can't make it go.
Gibson.
The rebound by Gibson.
That's a Hamilton.
10 on the shot clock.
He's got the switch.
And he goes against Lau Pepe. Step back. Beautiful shot.
Oh,
quality
sweet
stuff from Bryce Hamilton.
Yep.
19 points.
A smooth, sweet shot there. Fade away.
Watnoy was big in that first quarter. And the Kings dominated the Jack Jumpers. Lau Pepe. Davis. Lau Pepe's wide open for 3 and converts. Kelly Lau Pepe. Played NBL 1 South this year with Knox. It's almost a game-high margin now, I think, 13 points. Can the Jack Jumpers respond? Plenty of time left in this ball game. Long from Ben Air. Too deep on the shot. Easy rebound, Kings. Now, we saw David Johnson about to come back on, but I don't think he ever did. He's back on the bench again.
Yeah.
Long shot. Kelly Lau Pepe. 2 in this last quarter.
2 in a row.
And really putting distance in this margin now. And what's the referee saying here?
There's just about who actually called the timeout.
Okay.
I think
Thank you, Simon. It was
the Kings had called it or first, and then Weeksy called it for the JJs. But
anyway, Kelly Lau Pepe there with 2 big triples, and all of a sudden it's out to 16 points, 79 to 63. Yeah, their big guns are coming to play in this last quarter.
Well, that's just opened it up. Well, it's just making those shots, which is what the Jack Jumpers have struggled to. Sydney have lifted their defence, playing some hard, intense defence out there. We'll see how the JJs respond after this timeout.
Yeah, so Brian Gorgian there just talking to his players. And what an ornament he's been to basketball in Australia. The Boomers coach at NBL level for many years.
Yeah, and originally was a player.
Absolutely.
Nunawading Inspectors came out, Melbourne Tigers.
So a lot of experience on that bench there with Andrew Bogut in the background as well. And great to see Jared Weeks having the reins tonight. It was Mark Radford on Monday night. He's still involved, of course, tonight. Anthony Drimmick is doing a little bit of coaching himself there, having a chat there to Bryce Hamilton. We haven't mentioned that much, but he copped a knock in the face the other night. I'm not sure whether it was a concussion issue or not, but I think due diligence says that he can sit out tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
So back underway after that timeout. And off the hand there of Noy.
Well, the Kings are definitely up and about for this quarter. They got the intensity up on the bench, up on everything. Jacob Richards
Ball back into play through Hamilton.
not.
Ben Air bounce it to Hamilton. Out now to Gibson. Marshall. Into the paint. Beautiful move. Nick Marshall. 13 points now. He said that he'd gone a little bit quiet on the scoring end of things.
Showing his athleticism there. Get around.
Speed there down the lane. Terrific. Margin 14 points here at Elfin. So Kendrick Davis off the court at the moment. 25 points. Interested to see how many minutes he plays in this last quarter. Result not quite in doubt yet, but I don't think that matters anyway. The minutes to be worked out pre-game.
Probably done his job.
A 1 to Noyes, short on the 3-point attempt. Richards Shares with Marshall, back to Hamilton. Hamilton against Noy, floats it off the glass. O-board here, taken by Marshall. Ben Eyre got contact there from the Wether one. Too happy with the call. And after a lot of fouls in this game, that's the first one of the last quarter. With 7 minutes left.
Yeah. Just, letting them play a little bit more through the contact this quarter.
So I reckon the call's been made on David Johnson. He's not got the tracksuit on, but
no,
it's not worth the risk, is it?
No, not at all. It's not like it's the game's physical out there, so anything could happen. If he's a little bit sore on an ankle or something like that, it's so easy to...
I think the good news for Jack Jumpers fans is it doesn't look too serious. No ice pack or such. And maybe if it was a regular season game, he may be back on the court. Anyway.
Well, hopefully it's not.
That's correct.
It's too serious.
Nice work there. Hornery into the corner, and Nick Marshall had fallen over. Hornery didn't realise. He knew he was there, but hit the deck and tried to take the slips catch.
It was almost after he'd just passed it.
Yes.
While the ball was in the air, he just slipped over it. Almost managed to rein it in on his knees.
Anyway, it's King's ball, baseline.
I think Davis has just come back from the change rooms as well, so...
Yep. I don't know if there's an issue there or not, but it looks okay. Been a good hit out for these two teams over these two games in Northern Tasmania. Monday at Ulverston, Wednesday here at Elphin. So Tiger Campbell still on those 4 fouls. We haven't seen him on the court for a little while. But as I say that, he's just jumped up, so he'll be on in a moment. Here's Hutchison on the court for the Kings. Ball's over. Good hassling there from Ben Eyre. He's got a 1-on-3 situation. Marshall, way up, 2 points. Keeps the crowd alive. And there's a lot to cheer about in this second half.
Yep. Back to 12.
Long pass. He gets Maluach out there into the corner. A 1 for 3. Nearly made it. Comfortable rebound for Nick Marshall. Can they make a run here, the Jack Jumpers? Wide open, Bryce Hamilton. Disappointed with that one. He just couldn't make it go.
Yeah, they needed that. That would have been a good one. We've got the crowd on their feet.
Very good look there for Bryce Hamilton.
Yeah, should have made it.
19 points tonight, though. Impressive. Suarez back on the court on those 4 fouls, and straight away contributes with 2 points off the glass. Settles things down for the Kings. Ben Eyre out to Hamilton. Into the paint. Kicks it out. Marshall now to Eyre from the 45. Long on the shot. Good rebound there from Maluach. Noy hands it off now. Hutchison, hook pass. Down low, going in there is Noy. Gets contact this time from Richards. Hornery, I beg your pardon. No. Offensive foul, Simon.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't
see that it was something away from the contest. Nothing in the charge circle that I noticed, so... But that's 5 fouls for Suarez. He's off the court for the night.
That was a strange one.
It was a strange one.
Yeah. Anyway, Brian Goorjian not happy.
Frustrated. Not that I think it's going to make a difference, perhaps to the result, but...
Looking like he was about to go on court.
Yes.
Pulled the trackies up. He's looking ready to suit up.
Bryce Hamilton, look away pass, reined in by Richards. Campbell back on for the Jack Jumpers. Oh, beautiful pass in there, and down the lane.
No.
Marshall couldn't make it, but he'll go the line for 2. .4:49 left here at Elphin. NBL practice game. Dave Moore and Simon Austin calling the action here tonight. It's been great to simulcast it here on local radio station City Park Radio.
Important free throws here for Marshall. Only 6 points scored this quarter by the Jack Jumpers. Just the scoring has dried up in the second half for them.
Yeah, 18 points, 19 points since half-time for the Jack Jumpers.
Yeah.
Scoring 48 in the first half. The crowd reaction, you probably realise that it's the first one has been made. Those listening on the radio. And this is the second one. Now Pepe takes the rebound. Hutchison shares with Noy. Been impressive all night. Hutchison goes exploring. Oh, good move. And there's been some contact by one of the players he went past. So it'll be 2 free throws. Jack Jumpers were a bit bemused there, but referee had no doubt. So we now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Jack Jumpers on 3 fouls.
And 1 on 4, 2 on 4.
2 on 4. That's unusual. Sorry, it's 2 on 4 and 4 on 3,
Yeah.
and nobody else has committed a foul. I don't think you've seen that very often. All duck, well, no dinner for the fouls for the Jack Jumpers. Hutchison at the line. Makes the free throw. Campbell hooks it back to Richards. It's up now with Campbell. Tight defence, Kings. Campbell thinks about pulling the trigger and does so now. Oh, friendly roll.
No,
Did it hit the framing? I think it might have just glanced the framing, did it, Simon?
just on the top. That's what they've called anyway. So
Wasn't sure, but yeah. Got a timeout here at Elfin Sports Centre with 4 minutes 16 to go. It's Sydney 83, the Jack Jumpers 68. So
15
looking
point
at
margin.
the top scorers for the Sydney Kings. There's still Kendrick Davis there, 25 points. Quatnoy 15. Kelly Lau Pepe, who really busted the game open in this last quarter with those 2 triples. He's on 14. Suarez on 10.
Jack Jumpers, we've got Nick Marshall 16 and Bryce Hamilton on 19.
Yeah, so the 2 main scorers, and nobody else in double figures. Ben Air with 9. Rebounding. We've got still those 2 outstanding Sydney Kings. Suarez with 9. Kelly Dale Pepe with 8 rebounds. They're the 2 major rebounders in the game. So Gorgian still animated there on the sideline. Even though it's a practice game, even though they've probably got the result in hand, the passion is still there. And Jared Weeks, who was coach this year of the Hobart Chargers in the NBL 1 South. So he's had some coaching experience now, Simon, and I'm sure that's the pathway he's going to go down.
Yeah,
A decorated player across clubs in the NBL, but now you can just see his personality. He makes a good coach.
Yeah, great opportunity for him as well to be part of the Jack Jumpers organisation, transitioning from a player to a coach.
So Lachlan Hutchison, the Sutherland Sharks in the NBL 1 East. It's good minutes in this last quarter. Got the basketball again. Lau Pepe runs into a brick wall called Nick Marshall. And might have had a foot on the line there with the one.
I was waiting for that, Dave. There's always a line call like that here at the Elfin Sports Centre, so I was just waiting for that one. We've got one.
Yeah, viewers can see, yes, we've got a few different courts. We've got basketball courts running 2 ways. We've got a bit of badminton as well, I think, here. At the Elfin Sports Centre. So Campbell can't quite get the errant pass there. Breakaway. Luetha one, nice little spin. Lau Pepe. Back to Hutchison. Good defence here from the Jack Jumpers. 7 left on the shot clock. Hutchison for 3. That's a lovely conversion by Lachlan Hutchison, 25-year-old. Margin of game high, 18. Don't know if we'll see Delhi or Davis back on, Simon. I think they might be on ice tonight.
Oh, Delhi's coming back now.
Oh, there you go. Spoke to far too soon.
Yeah.
There's Richards at the other end.
Well
Works
done.
his way in beautifully and makes 2 off the glass. So it's the 3rd practice game in the NBL. We saw South East Melbourne have a solid win last night over Cairns. We get another step on the line there. Time it was Maluach
Coming thick and fast now. Solid game by Jacob Richards, 7 points there after that bucket he just made, 4 rebounds, assist, steal, 3 turnovers. He's worked hard down there tirelessly. That's the stretch 4 for the Jack Jumpers tonight.
So just joined us, David Johnson. Lower leg injury, we think. Too bad, no ice, but hasn't come back on the court. Long from Hornery. Good rebound, Hamilton. Fights his way in.
Shot.
Tough work there by Bryce Hamilton. Makes 2. Will go the line for an extra. Margin of 14.
Showing us that he's not all about his sweet shooting. It's a little bit of hard work and athleticism on the rebounding.
Into the 20s now. It's 21 points for Bryce Hamilton. Second top scorer in the game behind Kendrick Davis. This is the extra. Geez, that was a good rebound there by Titus, Daniel Titus.
Belly slips.
Yep, slow to get up. Oh, still there from Hamilton. Delhi was still back there though. Hamilton pulls up, makes 3, no! Went round the world, but didn't stick down the bucket. We've got the JJs back to 11 there with a little sniff, but still 14 points. In goes Noy with purpose. Got contact on the way through from Marshall.
Stuck his hands in.
4 personals now for Nick Marshall. 1 of 3 Jack Jumpers on the 4 fouls. There was Bleachmore on the court. And Stephen Hall, I don't think we've seen tonight so far.
Gorgeon's decided to empty the bench with some guys who haven't been on yet. Give them an opportunity in the last couple of minutes. We've got a 14-point lead, so he's comfortable with that.
Sideball Kings, there's a number 20 there. It's Ryan Abbott, who's not on my list, so another player on the court for the first time. Got an offensive foul there. It's the Kings.
Brody Nunn now checking in for the Jack Jumpers for Hamilton.
It's curious as he lack of minutes tonight. As Bryce Hamilton gets a round of applause from his teammates on the bench as he comes off. Kendrick Davis sure won't be back on now. 25 points tonight. Outstanding. Marshall goes in. Draws contact there from the number 20 in Ryan Abbott. Air Marshall's off to the stripe. So 9-point margin at 3/4 time, extended to 14. It's Kelly Lau Pepe in the first couple of minutes of the last quarter. With back-to-back triples. Really put some distance in this game. Marshall misses the first of the free throws. 16 points tonight. Contribution. He's going to be such a valuable player for the Jack Jumpers through this season. That's the second.
No, he absolutely will. I think he'll get some good minutes off the bench and sort of almost be that replacement for understudy for Drimmick. As he sort of nears the end of his career, getting on a bit now.
So Hutchison, he played well in this last quarter. Hall stripped to the ball. No, he wasn't. And I think it'll be the end of the night now for Tiger Campbell. With 90 seconds and change to go in this last quarter, Tiger Campbell heads off the court. Just the 3 points tonight for Tiger Campbell. But, only been in Tassie just a bit over a week, so can only get better from Tiger Campbell, well-credentialed player. As there's contact by Hornery there on Daniel Titus. The reels away. Going to get a couple of shots.
Yeah, just accidental. That's his fifth now as well.
So Majok off the bench, replacing Harrison Hornery.
So It just slows the game down too, just sort of petering out a little bit, fizzling here. 5 team fouls apiece, 13 points the difference.
It was pretty much only the third quarter where both teams didn't hit the bonus.
Yeah.
Daniel Titus. Free throw line, makes a second. Here we go now with Brody Nunn. Ben Ayres had a lot more court time tonight, naturally, after Monday night coming off that NBL 1 South Grand Final. Into Marshall, who gets fouled once again. He's off to the line. Nine points on Monday night at Ulverston, Nick Marshall. He's about to double that as he gets to 18 now here at the Elvin Sports Centre.
This is his 9th free throw attempt coming up too, so he's been able to get to the line as well.
12 points is the margin as Nick Marshall makes the second. So can they get it under double figures, the Jack Jumpers? That's what they're after. They've gone the full court press. They escape the trap now on the corner. 3 points made. Lewis Bleachmore, NBL 1 Central, Norwood's Flames star, makes the 3. It's out to 14 once again. Just a minute to go here at Elphin in this NBL practice match. Been a great contest. Travel there by Brody Nunn. Referee Bianca Vernon right on the spot. Using their bench now pretty much, the Sydney Kings, giving their players an opportunity. This level, long shot again from Bleachmore, can't make it. Rebounded Jack Jumpers. Benair, lively into the paint, gets contact again. And we're going to the line. 36 seconds to go. See Benair at the line too often.
No, he's very much a three-point shooter, but he's there now.
Makes it to double figures tonight, Benair. It's 10 points. Come off a really great NBL 1 South season with Sandringham, 27 points a game. Couple of free throws, mate.
Yeah, had a great season, very much dominated that, and led the Dragons to a title for the NBL 1 South.
Sabres, I think they are now, Simon. If I remember right.
You are correct, Sabres.
Dragons was a flashback to the past. Here we go now with Titus. Step back, can't quite get it to go. Rebound Richards. 8 seconds left, last play of the game. Marshall again, kicks it out. Brody Nunn from the corner, bit short on it. Jacob Richards from the charity stripe makes 2. With 0.4 seconds to go, last action of the game here. Gets it back to a 10-point margin. So the final score here at the Elfin Sports Centre, it's the Kings doing the double in Northern Tasmania, 89, defeating the Jack Jumpers 79. So high scoring, high energy first half. It was 49-48, the Kings' way at half time. But they really took control of the second half, scoring 40 points to 31. So slow start for the Jack Jumpers. Kings got off to a handy lead at quarter time by 5 points. And the margin was reined back in by the Jack Jumpers. They hit the front there at one stage. But the last quarter, Kelly Lal Pepe, Kendrick Davis, Kurat Noi, etc. Were the real difference in the game, and it came down to the crunch, Simon.
Yes, and the third quarter too, probably as well for the Jack Jumpers. Only scoring 13 points was was a big factor really. And looking at the stats, it's the shooting is really probably what was the ultimate thing that let the Jack Jumpers down. They actually had more shot attempts than the Kings. They took 36 2-points and 35 threes, but their shooting percentage was much lower, and that was probably in the end a key or a big difference for the 10-point win to the Kings.
And the results aren't really important in these games. It's what we see on the court from different players, the different combinations, the imports, the recruits, getting used to each other. There's a lot of turnover in all NBL teams, we know that. And these two teams are no exception. So these are real good hit-outs to get to know each other and to really tune in for the season, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And just that opportunity to practice the systems and get familiarity with things under game, real game in intensity. And
there was certainly a lot of intensity in tonight's game at different times.
Yeah, there was certainly not holding back at all.
Before we go, just the major contributors here tonight at the Elfin Sports Centre. Kendrick Davis, what more can I say? We've been saying it all night, just a terrific game. He's going to be a star. Well, he already is a star, but he's going to be a star for the Sydney Kings this year. There's no doubt about that. 25 points there for him. And just, he didn't have, I think he had about 20 minutes court time. So if you played probably the usual 30 minutes or so, that could have grown out to 40. Kuatnoi, really impressive early on. Good from the perimeter, 15 points. Kelly Lau Pepe, as I said, when the game was on the line, he came up trumps there, 14 points. Tim Suarez with 10. Spent a bit of time off the court in foul trouble. They were the major scorers. Rebound-wise for the Kings, Suarez once again with 9 rebounds. Lau Pepe with 8. Dellavedova with 6. Not a high-scoring night for Delhi, but did his job defensively as per usual. Also 4 rebounds to Kuatnoi. For the JJs, standout player tonight for them, I think, was Bryce Hamilton. The 21 points really showed something. He's going to be a solid player, a real key player, I think, for the Jack Jumpers going forward. Nick Marshall started the game strong, ended the game strong, faded a little bit in the middle, 19 points for him. Jacob Richards with 11, Ben Eyre with 11, good contributors. David Johnson, if you just tuned in late, just a bit of a story there with a leg injury. In the second half, didn't play much basketball at all. He had the 8 points. Rebound-wise, Jacob Richards with 7, Bryce Hamilton with 6, Majuk with 7. So all in all, a good hit out, Simon Austin.
Yeah, definitely was, and some real promising signs from both teams. I think the Kings were certainly the stronger team in terms of the players that they had. I think the Jack Jumpers definitely missing their interior presence of their sort of front line big four, Magnay, Majuk Deng, Bannon, and Kobe Williamson, and would have made a big difference defensively and offensively for them tonight.
So thanks very much to the Jack Jumpers and the Sydney Kings. Great entertainment for the crowd. Some really class basketball played tonight, and it's all about getting families along, getting kids along. There's heaps of kids here still hanging around, hoping to get some autographs and selfies, etc. So well done both teams involved, and thanks to the crew here at the Elfin Sports Centre. On behalf of myself and Simon Austin and our stream crew tonight, Elijah, Tom and Andrew doing a great job. That's all from us here, and also on City Park Radio, thanks to Chris Ball, our producer tonight as well. Final score here tonight at Elfin Sports Centre, it was Sydney 89, defeated the Jack Jumpers 79. Bye for now.